Hey guys, I'm GameAdvisor, and today we're going to be going over how to get started in Myth of Empires. Now, the first thing you need to know is before you even create your character, you want to try to find people to play with. Yes, you can get in the game and talk to random people and apply to random guilds, but in my experience, that usually doesn't pan out well. What I would recommend you do is go check out Myth of Empires' official Discord and see if you can get involved in a guild through there. There's a special guild recruitment area, and since this is a group-focused game, meaning you want a large number of players in your team, it is vitally important that you find a group you can connect with and have fun with, but also be powerful enough not to get raided on day one. Now, after that, you're going to come to your character creation. There is a few things you can do here that will matter, and really the biggest one is just your height. You're going to want to go ahead and move that height slider all the way to the left, as it's going to reduce the size of your hitbox. I'm not 100% confident on that one, but from my experience, it seems that players who are shorter are significantly harder to hit in combat. Now, there are many other things you can do, such as adding really large tattoos to make yourself look darker so it's harder to see you at night, but at the end of the day, that's really not that important, as they're not going to show through your armor anyways. So the third thing you're going to come across is choosing your server. Now, do make sure you communicate with any friends you want to play with what server you're going to be playing on. Do look for NA servers if you're in NA, EU if you're in EU, or China if you're in China. This is a Chinese-based game, so there is a lot of Chinese servers. I personally recommend if you are NA or EU, usually you should probably pick a server not bordering China, as they tend to be pretty aggressive in my experience, and I'm not trying to stereotype here, but more so just my experience with overall survival MMO games. The two different cultures tend not to get along too well. Therefore, I recommend you try to start out somewhere on the southern side, that way you're not bordering them right away and you don't immediately get involved in conflict you're not prepared for. So now that we've found a group to play with, chosen our server, made our character, we are finally able to play the game. There is a lot to talk about here, and I can't cover everything in this video. Just think, this is Ark, and you're going to be doing similar things as you would in Ark in order to get started. That means you're going to be walking around, gathering bushes, you're going to be picking up rocks and sticks, crafting some basic tools. There's a lot to go into. So we're going to cover that in a different video, and today I'm going to talk about more so the things you need to be doing in order to progress fast and keep up with the curve of the game. In order to progress fast and get those sweet levels, you're going to be doing as many quests as you can. Now, there are some that really aren't worth doing and some that are. For an example, some of the easier quests like collect 50 grass are free XP for you to go and grab. It's worth mentioning there is a trick you can do where if you already have a guild lantern down, I forget what they're actually called, but they basically give you a guild flag. If you go there, you can go to the blessings tab and you can actually get a bonus XP. Do keep in mind, if you die with this buff, you will lose it. However, any quest you turn in with that active will double your XP. This can skyrocket you to higher levels if you start out very early or joining a group that already has a guild banner down, and you can get that bonus XP rolling. There are also daily quests you can look at by hitting L, as well as side quests and main quests. Make sure to read each and every one of them, but keep in mind sometimes it's not translated perfectly. A great example of this is it might say craft 10 foundations, but what it really means is get 10 foundations. So if you get 10 foundations, put them in your inventory, and then put them back in a box for somebody else to use, you still get to finish it. You don't have to craft them. This is going to save you a lot of time with you and your guildmates when it comes to trying to level quickly. Aside from that, again, the rule of thumb is level as fast as possible through doing quests. Our goal here is to hit level 16 and get over to the PvP servers as soon as possible. Now, if you're playing solo, you may just want to stay PvE, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you do want to do any form of PvP in this game, it is worth getting over to those servers quickly, as you get more XP and gather more materials on those servers. Now, the way in which you transfer servers is you're going to have to find a small little town, talk to an NPC there, and then tell him you want to transfer. Once you do manage to transfer over, you will finally be on the PvP server and able to partake in some of the big battles, as well as get set up with your guild or join your guild if they're already over there. And like I said, there is a lot to talk about in this game. We haven't even started to scratch the surface. So do make sure to subscribe and like the video if you want to see a proper beginner's guide talking about the mechanics that you'll need to know, the intricacies that will help you out. But today, this is just meant to get you started on day one. Figure out what you need to do to optimize your time to be as effective as possible as quickly as possible. I hope you found this informative. Share it with your guildmates, your clanmates, whatever you want to call them. That way they can learn how to level as quickly as possible too and join you on those PvP servers. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Game Advisor, and I'll see you next time.